Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's session of Swindler's Dad presents Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. Um, we have somebody missing currently, but they should be joining us soon. Hopefully, fingers crossed. And I've got a cough, so we'll get through that. But um, uh, uh, um, I'll do announcements first. We have a one shot that happened for the spooky Halloween season over on the YouTube channel. If you want to go watch it there, it was a lot of fun watching that. We had a lot of all new players in that. So be sure to go show that support, and it'll make us want to do more one shots and have new players on and that kind of stuff in the future. Other than that, be sure to be catching our other shows because Amoris is coming to a close and it's getting crazy over there on Monday nights at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Fandover returns this week, hopefully, on Sunday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as well. But let's introduce our players for tonight. To start off, we have Grizlocke. Who are you and who are you playing?
Hello, I'm Grizlocke. You can find me on YouTube at the same name, where I do the streaming and stuff. I also do a really bad job of running shows on this channel. So you can check me out here on Sundays, Mondays, and Wednesdays. I'll be playing Orlin, the half-orc wizard.
Next, we have Bumbleskum.
Howdy, partners. It is I, Bumbleskum. I play Six on this show. He is a warforged who has lost his memories. And this is where you find me, here in the tweeter.
And next is Dyto. Dyto.
Sorry, I lost internet connection.
Oh, no worries.
We're getting nervous.
It is your turn.
Yeah, I'm Dyto. I am playing Felicity, the Tabaxi artificer.
And last but not least, currently, we have TommieTaco.
Hey, I'm TommieTaco. You can find me on Twitch at TommieTaco. You can also find me taking long walks on the beach and staying in my bedroom, avoiding civilization. And I play Zavros Weinrin, the half-elf ranger.
Yes. And Dr. Phage will hopefully be joining us soon. He has computer problems currently, but he plays Sister Liliana. And with that, let's do a quick recap. Last time, our group was facing down. Speaking of the devil, and he shall appear. He's loading in currently.
God damn it! I just got the loadout.
That was gonna happen.
You want to introduce yourself? We just finished introductions.
Hello, I'm Dr. Phage, and my computer's was being a piece of poop tonight. I'm playing Doctor, or not Doctor. I'm playing Sister Liliana.
Dr. Liliana.
Dr. Sister Liliana.
She's got her PhD in saving lives.
All right. Speaking of
She
saving
can
lives,
fix your broken leg and save your soul.
excuse me. Last time, what was left of our group was facing down an ancient white dragon descending upon them at the Dark Duchess, the pirate ship that had been frozen into the sea of moving ice. They decided they needed to get out of there and not deal with this. But Zerk, their kobold companion, stayed behind, wanting to meet this dragon. He went up and talked to it, and through some wheelin' dealin', they brought Sister Liliana back to life, who had previously died to the ice troll. Our other two followed a chewinga that showed up to a cave along the coast, where they met one of our newer party members, Felicity, a Tabaxi Tabaxi hermit who had been living out near there, and she began talking about having a seer kind of power and things that she had foreseen for this group. Shortly after, Sister Liliana joined them, after also being led by a chewinga over there. And they took their time to rest before they head out to the spire that they had been told about in the middle of the tundra. They headed over that way, found a hole that led down into it, and started to explore this strange underground spire, where they came across a warforge that was void of life currently, but after putting the amulet back in its chest, it reanimated, and they met Six, our newest character. They continued to explore the spire, found some strange goings-ons, talkings about some kind of floating city, some lost city, ancient times, and eventually they walked into a room where they were greeted by a man wearing red and some warm clothing, as well as an undead warrior standing next to him. And he said to them, "Welcome to the Lost Spire of Nithril. My name is Dazan," which Orlin instantly would recognize. That would be the Red Wizard of Thay, that is part of the Arcane Brotherhood, who they had all thought had been executed in East Haven. Previously, when they were there, they avoided that execution, but they had heard about it. And that is where we are currently. So, you are looking down this once thought to be dead Red Wizard of Thay. There is an amulet on the table there with him. Almost looks similar to the one that you put in 6, as well as small stacks of books lying around.
So, who was it? Who took your place at the pyre?
Took my place at the pyre. I don't know what you're talking about. I've been here the whole time.
Insight check.
All right, do an insight check. That is much more active than I thought it was going to be.
That's bad. That's a 3.
Yeah, you can't really tell. He seems confused by what you're saying. Yeah, you can. He seems confused by what you're saying.
Yeah.
You don't know. He doesn't know what you're talking about.
Pardon me, but this man seems genuinely confused. I don't know that he was this. Based on his appearance and his words, it seems as though he truly has never been set on fire before.
Very astute. Yes,
Do you live here?
Well, not live per se, just kind of waiting for my master to return. Yeah, he found this place and seems to find it quite interesting. I think it's pretty interesting myself. It seems to be part of a once flying city. Netherese, they called it. Or, no, a Netherese flying city, sorry. Yeah, he was searching for the rest of it here in Icewind Dale, but he hasn't returned for a long time.
Do you recognize this one? She kind of taps 6 with her cane lightly.
Oh, you've reanimated him. I saw him upstairs, but unfortunately, he's not wasn't worth much to me, and I didn't want to risk him being hostile. Looks like he isn't, so that's good for you all, but
I think Felicity wants to try and take a closer look at that you said there's an amulet?
yeah, there's an amulet sitting on the table there.
Let's look at that. She doesn't know anything about this burning guy.
Well, you'd be
Yeah, if you want to
happy.
do a perception. Are you walking up to it, or are you just looking at it from where you are?
I will walk up to it because my investigation is better than my perception.
Yeah, you can walk up to it, do an investigation.
Natural 20.
Yeah, you can see that it is on a chain. The center of it's made of wood, and it has like a metal ring around it. And on the inside of it, there is a shield carved into it, whereas there is fire-looking markings on the one that went into 6. And it has a slight glow to it. And walking up and looking at it, Tazan just, is that interesting to you?
Possibly. What is it?
Well, it's an amulet that has a life spark inside of it. Unfortunately, it can't be moved outside of it. It's only in there. It only binds to the construct that it was fitted to. This one was a little more loosey with its design, whereas your friend here had a compartment to hold it so he could continuously keep the life spark running. This one was more of a you activate it and the thing runs for as long as it can until it loses power, then you'd have to activate it again.
Do you know its name?
No, it wasn't here when I found this.
Do you know how we would activate such a thing?
I think you just have to be close enough to it, touch it, and then it activates.
Curious.
So,
But you are all such a lively bunch of people. I mean, no offense to your robotic friend, but the rest of you so lively, flesh and bone. I think we can make an arrangement that helps both of us if you'd like this amulet.
what do you want?
Well, I might have buried the lead here a bit, but saying I'm Dazan, technically I'm his simulacrum. I've been waiting here for him to return, but he hasn't, and I would like to try and learn more and pursue this missing city he was looking for. But I can't learn or grow in the current state. But there's a chamber up downstairs that can bring me to life. All I need is a life spark, and that's where you all could come in. I promise no harm will come to you. We just need that initial burst of life to then make myself like all of you.
Do you want our help? You're gonna have to tell us what Dazan's reasonings for murdering folk in East Haven was.
From what I understand, he's getting a little more power hungry. He found this spire and didn't want anybody else to find out about it, so he could get the jump on finding the city. So he killed the adventurers that he paid to find it, and anyone that they told.
And do you share his fear?
No, I mean, I know I can find it. But if you want to remove the other Arcane Brotherhood figures, I could make sure to find it first. I don't know how far they are along, but I mean, I'm not going to pay you to go do it. If you find them and want to get rid of them, I'd be grateful, but
And what use is this flying city to you?
I mean, all the knowledge that could be kept there, just the honor and glory of finding it. It's the discovery of a lifetime. So, do we have a deal?
What would you need from us?
Well, I haven't quite figured out the chamber yet. But once we do, I can bring you there. We can look it over. Maybe some of you can figure out some of the runes that are there, and we can get this thing hammered out.
So what are we getting from this deal?
Well, I have this amulet here. that looks cool, right? And you can maybe find his friend or whatever it is to him. I can.
So we get a half put together construct like 6, and you get a whole new body.
Well,
I've
it would
spent
just
my
be
life with
fleshed out.
chewing gum, but even for me, that doesn't sound fair.
May I interrupt?
Yes.
Just the way you are speaking about what seems might be one of my friends, half built. It just seems very rude to call someone who may or may not be my family half built.
I'm just saying that he wants us to give him a body for
Is that wrong?
only the amulet. We don't even know where your brother is or sister.
Well, I'm sorry. I mean the amulet. If it's a life spark like mine, it could possibly be another one of mine kin. I can understand why you personally don't care too much, but for me, that could be family or more clues.
Baka, during this conversation, could Orlin have walked closer to Dazan?
Yep, you can walk closer.
Can I like stick my hand, like kind of like wave through him, see if he's, incorporeal?
Yeah, you reach your hand out and like you wave through his chest, and you can feel like a coldness as you do so. That's kind of rude not to ask, but yes, I made a snow and shadow, so an illusion, if you will.
Right. Well, we'll be taking his friend.
Only if you help me, as he kind of pushes the amulet back to him.
I'm gonna put my arm on the table on the amulet and start pulling it back toward me.
At this point, the undead warrior standing next to him puts his hand on top of yours. And if you want to do an opposed strength check against him, you can.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
Even though there's no way in hell I'm winning this.
Oh, only.
Pull up his stats here.
8.
Yeah, he rolled a 12, so the undead warrior just pulls the amulet out from underneath your hand and over to them and like holds onto it.
Can I ask why it's a problem to help this man acquire a body?
Look, it's not like I can turn on you or anything. I don't even have a spell book. What would I even do?
Man that he is based off had a body and chose to do bad things that caused him to die.
Oh, he's dead. That's...
Yes, he was burned. That's why we were all.
That's who you're
confused.
talking about being burnt. Oh, okay. And at this, like, the undead warrior kind of stands up a little straighter as well. Seemed to be at more attention than he was before. Well, I mean, even if he's not around, even more reason for me to find that city. I mean, again, I have no ill will against anybody. I'm not going to go killing people.
Am I allowed to use some sort of arcana check to see what how closely a simulacrum is to the original?
Yeah.
They have their own personality or not? Okay.
Yeah, dude.
That was kind of a 14. Not rolling well tonight.
Yeah. You know that essentially he would become a clone of Dazan if becoming real, but that doesn't mean they're the same behaviorally.
Okay.
That makes sense.
I'll just kind of look back to the group. What do you all think?
The only thing that freaks me out is that undead thing over there.
Oh, I mean, don't mind him. He's just a bodyguard. He's just keeps me safe.
I mean, all you want is a floating city. To find it before... Sorry.
The other members of the Arcane Brotherhood are looking for it. You
Is
probably don't
Felicity
know about
familiar with the Arcane Brotherhood?
roll a history check.
I'll roll one also.
Gosh, yes.
Natural 20.
Yeah, the Arcane Brotherhood are found. I should know this because I've read about it multiple times.
I've clicked history twice, but nothing's showing up for me.
Alright. Let me see if I can find the page about it. So I get everything right for you. But essentially, they are a group of wizards who are, they bring in higher powered wizards as well.
Oh,
It
it was a nat 1.
Nat
Yep.
1, baby.
All that build up.
Let's see if the next 2 rolls are any better.
But yeah, they're further south. I want to say Luskin. I could be 100% wrong on that, but they are, they're all for like advancing their knowledge in magic and things like that. They only take like the highest level, wizards and try to. It's a very elusive, exclusive club. Sorry, I wish I had more for you. I can tell you more as I find it, but yes, I am misplacing my Arcane Brotherhood information, unfortunately.
So, to what, Verony, I'm sure, as you know, is searching for this as well.
Oh yes, Velin. Yes, she's one of them. Cold-hearted woman, her, but yeah, she's one of them searching, as well as we have Avrice and Nas is the other one.
Seems this has attracted quite the eye of the Arcane Brotherhood.
Oh yeah, she unfortunately for her, not as well taken as the others, I should say. She kind of relies on her family name to have gotten in. Not the greatest wizard from what Designs told me.
Orlin kind of grits his teeth a little bit.
What do you plan to do with this knowledge in the city?
Try and become a greater wizard than the one before me. You see, he seemed to be a pretty terrible person as well, so try and not follow that same path, I would think. But just try and learn and grow like humans do. Or humanoids. Living beings, I should say.
Insight check that.
Yeah, I think I want you
Motherfuckers
to,
lie me.
even though by it.
Yeah, he seems to just want the fame that would come along with finding this. It seems to be all he knows, really. Because he would only know what he's been told by his creator.
I think that would end up working out very well, for it seems everything we've found in this tower since my activation has been learning material for wizardry.
Exactly.
And we've already put back together one body with their soul. Why not 2 more?
I mean, that sounds great. So we ready to continue forward then, or do we want to go further down the spire?
Before we go on, and I kind of turn to the rest of the group, I realized I know what Dizan's goals are here. I realized I never caught any of your names or purpose here.
We're pretty bad about that. I am.
Well, in our defense, some of us don't seem to last that long.
What does that mean?
A very sad story for another time.
The night is dark and full of terrors.
I am Sister Liliana. I will let my compatriots introduce themselves and their motivations. I am here to see if there's any information to end the everlasting night that has plagued the outside of this tower.
I am Olin, and my goals align with Sister Liliana here.
I'm Zavros Winerin, and I'd give like this ornate bow. It's like, just here to kill. Well, I was here to kill monsters, but yeah, get rid of this darkness.
I'm Felicity. I have been having dreams of these three for many years.
But
You're
what of
gonna-
this tower? What brings you to what sounds like could have been my home?
That's a good point. I look toward to Dazan. We were sent here by Avarice.
Oh, so you're working with her then?
We don't have to be.
Interesting. Well,
Tell us, do you know of the tieflings at Caer Devar? What their purpose is?
I don't know, but I know Avarice is a tiefling. Very paranoid, that one. Loves destruction, so I'd watch out working with her.
What do you
Doesn't even
know?
trust her companions, from what I hear. So,
What do you know outside of this tower?
that it's cold and dark, and that there's a city out there waiting to be found.
Useless.
But I want to learn, so but I will also tell you I found Arcane Brotherhood information, so it's a more coherent thought. Essentially, yes, it is in Luskan. The host tower of the Arcane Brotherhood is in Luskan, and every year wizards flock to it to essentially try to become part of it, but almost all of them are always turned away because of how elite the rankings are of it. Once you are inducted, they kind of fund your adventures and your learnings, whatever you're trying to figure out or learn about. And it's very much a dog eat dog kind of thing where everybody's trying to outdo each other, and yeah.
So the fact that all of these people are trying to get to this one thing before the other makes sense.
Yes. All right, well, if I'm gathering correctly, you are gonna help?
Oh, why not?
As long as we can get the amulet for our friend to find his family.
Of course, I'll just have Krintos hold on to it for you, and then once we figure this chamber out, it's all yours.
What do you know of
About the chamber?
Six over
About
here?
six? I
Was he
assume
here she's pointing with her
She-
cane.
He said that he saw me here but did not activate me.
Yes,
But was he
unfortunately,
here before?
He was here when we came here, yes. So he must have been on the spire when it fell off of the city as it came down out of the sky.
And the one dead man said it seemed as though I was an assistant here. So perhaps the rest of my family were too.
Yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily an assistant, much less a predecessor to the chamber itself. Um, they found how to harness the life spark and put it into you. I don't know the extent of why they were creating these things, but it seemed to advance as it went, from what I could tell, because this amulet doesn't hold the life spark within, yours does, and then there's a chamber. So I assume you were a predecessor to the chamber. I mean, very well done, I must say, but unfortunately, it doesn't tell my situation. Your life spark can't be transferred.
So it sounds as our group here is leaning toward aiding this man. Oh. So, if we do this for you, not only the amulet, we want a source of information. We want you to share your findings.
I'll tell you what I know, and if you find me after this, I will let you know further. Who knows, maybe we can help each other get there. Would that be something?
The only other condition I have is that you may have a body as long as it does not cost another theirs.
No, like I said, no harm will come to any of you. I think it seems they've perfected this chamber, that it won't harm anybody else. At least it's not harmed anybody that's gone in it so far. We haven't gotten it to work, but from what I understand, it won't harm anybody. You won't lose anything from this. We just need that little spark to get it going.
I believe the sister here is referring to you personally.
Yes, no, I have no spell book. I am not seeking out to harm anybody, just to find the city.
Just a few more questions, real quick. She kind of jumbles into her little pouch on her waist. This popped out of an altar. Do you know what it is? I show him the mystery potion that popped out of the Mistral? Is that her name?
Yeah,
Bistro. Goddess
Sounds
of
right.
magic.
Yes. No, it doesn't seem familiar. I haven't seen that. I saw the room, but I don't know what that could be. Doesn't seem too high of a level potion, but
Shall we see this chamber?
yes, we gotta go through the hole in the floor first. Are you all fighting fit?
Good question. It's been a couple weeks.
We should be. We all got a long rest.
Yes, yeah, okay.
Question:
I don't
Would you happen to know what made all the holes in the floor with all the different little prints climbing in and out?
I don't. It seems to have been humanoid in nature from the handprints, but other than that, I'm not sure. But I will tell you something has taken advantage of that hole, and the next room down there is a basilisk. So I hope you're ready for that.
Excuse me. What does Felicity know about Basque?
Yeah,
I
I
need
want to
to
do
know?
a. Can I do a nature check
We
on
all
that?
are. Yeah, let's all fucking do this.
Yes, let me double check. I believe you can do a nature check on it. Orlin, you know of the basilisk's most identifiable feature being that if you look at this thing in the eyes, it has the possibility of turning you to stone.
We are going down there. Make sure to avoid eye contact. Beast can turn you to stone with a glare.
Does
Well, that
anybody
sounds
have
pretty shitty.
ears?
Sorry,
So,
giving away my plan.
I like it.
Interesting.
Let us be off then.
yes, that sounds perfect. So, yes, it's in the room right below us as you go through the hole. He'll be crawling around down there. So just keep your eyes peeled and then don't.
Oh, your bodyguard is going to be coming with us. He has skin in this game as well. You may be helpless, but he is not.
Yes, he can come with. I'll be coming with as well. I gotta help figure out the chamber.
Yes, what are we looking out for when we get down there?
I haven't really gone down there since it's entered. But yeah, just a large serpentine creature, a lot of feet. To find the chamber, are you talking about?
Yes.
Okay, let me see. So after we get down there, I believe we just have to go down a short hallway, and it will be on our right, from what I remember.
Perhaps we can sneak past this basilisk.
Are you sure?
No.
As I like slowly step backward a bit and I clink.
I mean, we can try. It's not a very large room, though. You have to drop down into it.
Fuck.
Leliana will tie a rope to something and toss it down the hole, and then just motion for Dazan and the undead to go first.
You want us to go first, being helpless.
Your bodyguard is far from helpless.
Yes, he can go. Go
You're
down,
just
go
an
down.
illusion, so there should be no fear for
I can
you.
still be destroyed, though.
But you also
That's why I
know
have
the
a
way.
bodyguard. I'll
Yeah,
send him
fine.
down, but I'm going
Let me-
last. That's all right with all of you.
I take out my flask and I start bubbling it.
You guys see the contraption on her left shoulder? Just kind of get up, turn around, and then just reposition. Because she plans on walking backwards, so it'll fire in the right direction.
Alright, I got
All
7 temp hit points. Fuck yeah.
Who
So the
is going to go first?
I'll send this damn name. Krintos.
Krintos.
Krintos, can you go down first? Then you all
Is
follow.
Krintos like a humanoid? Is he wearing
Yeah.
armor? Or like what's he?
He is a humanoid undead, and he's wearing studded leather armor.
Okay.
Dead gray flesh drawn tightly over its bones and face locked in a terrible scowl.
Does Krintos speak?
He can, he doesn't much though.
Okay. I was just curious on Krintos's vulnerability to turning to stone. If he's seen or if controlled, or if he's of his own will, or if he's just controlled, or how he functions.
Well,
or if he's like you and I.
He is of his own will, but we find undead to be a little more loyal, as it were, as bodyguards. All right, Krintos, head down. Krintos will put the amulet into one of his hip bags, and he's going to try and stealthily climb down.
I will try to be stealthy, but
Before at least Zavros climbs down, I'm going to cast resistance on him, because if anyone's going to fail a saving throw, it's Zavros.
What?
Whoever is after Krintos, I will cast resistance on as well.
All right.
since they'll be the first one in there. Something about Krintos just makes 6 uneasy, but he's not sure why or what yet, so he's not like being a dick about it.
Hello,
Okay.
newest tank. I mean, well, not newest tank, but like, you know, the person who has to replace the tank, Liliana.
Yes, Orlin, you said you are a tank, correct? You said you always survive your encounters, correct?
So, what's the order of going down
Yeah.
the rope here?
I'm gonna be near the back.
I will let you know if we are going down and I'm going first. I am not going to be stealthy because I cannot see without light.
Okay.
I don't know how light it is down there. If there's still the blue flame still,
Yep,
or
there's still blue flames.
okay. All right, that helps a bit then.
And if we're gonna fight this thing, Zavros, your weapon is a +1, and you don't need to use your ammo.
I haven't attuned to it yet, have I?
Yes, you should have by now.
It was done while you were taking a long rest, so yeah, you should have by now.
Oh yeah.
Krintos seems to get down there. You don't hear anything. He like quietly pulls his sword out. Who is next?
My body starts to glow as it like looks like it's heating. The metal's heating up, and then like through the crevices, like a little bit of steam pops out, like, and then like the glow reduces, but it's still kind of visible. And I'm casting Mage Armor on myself.
Ooh, neat.
All right, then I suppose I shall also go down and hopefully find my brethren. And then I cast guidance on or resistance on myself, and then I will climb down.
All right, make a stealth check.
14.
Yeah, you get down. You see Krintos is looking over at this giant, not giant. It's a large reptilian creature. Seems to be just kind of resting over on the far side of the room from you.
Guess I would go after.
All right.
We are in good luck, Krintos, for it seems he is asleep.
You want me to roll a stealth check?
Stealth check. He'll Krintos will just put his hand up to his face with the whisper or the
13.
whispering motion. 13. Yeah, you get down there as well.
Unless Liliana's going, I'll go next,
I can go next.
and then I'll go after Liliana.
All right, Liliana. You have disadvantage, I believe.
Yeah, I do. Look at that!
Look at that!
Look at that, y'all!
Liliana's sliding down
Let's
this
go.
rope and just clanking the whole way down, and you hear, and you see as the basilisk starts to lift its head and hiss. I need initiative from everybody, please.
My favorite thing about this is, like, if this is going on, I'm saying this to Krintos, he puts his finger up to his lip to say shh, and then we hear clank, 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 clank.
I just like fall off the rope halfway down and just. Ooh.
Liliana have a shield?
Yes, she does.
You use that motherfucker as toboggan. You said fuck that rope. You got on your shield and slid right down that thing.
So, as far as how the basilisk petrifying gaze works, on your turn, you at the start of your turn you can avoid eye contact with it, which will give you disadvantage on attacks, but then you don't have to make the saving throw with it. So the ones that are down there, you have to hope that it doesn't roll higher than you to start off the round with doing that. Where is my basilisk? Oh, that's right. I was just going to go to this page. Yes. Let's change up the music as well, shall we?
Turn me to stone, baby.
Hey, baby. You two need a turn order. And you need a turn order.
So this chamber that we're going into, is it like a hallway or is it like an open chamber?
It's an open room, and I will describe it to the ones that are down there after I get the initiatives in.
Okay.
Orlin got a 7. Sister Liliana got a 6. Wait,
I got
she
a
has 16.
16?
I got a 6.
I looked at your two's pictures. Confused me. Well, I see Bumble's picture, and I think, oh, that's blue. That's Sister Liliana, but not the case. Who is this? Felicity got a 4. And 6 got a 6.
Oh, that's very fitting.
How fitting, yeah.
All right. Dazan's Simulacrum. What do we got for you?
I imagine the reality of the situation is they actually named me 6 because that was my initiative score every time I had to do shit.
Krintos. Oh, Krintos rolled pretty good. He got an 18. And the Basilisk rolled not great, but better than some of you. It got a 6.
Ooh. My dex is higher.
Yes, he has a minus. It has a -1.
My dex is +3.
Nice.
So
I lied about being not stealthy. It's my.
I mean, you
title.
are a Warforged. It
Dex?
kind of makes sense if you weren't.
Yeah, no, I know. Dexterity is actually tied as for first place for my stats.
All right, so what? Oh, I thought somebody was talking. Sorry. So Krintos is going to walk forward and take his swings on this thing.
Can we get a description of the room before you get into combat?
Yes, sorry. The description of the room. That is too far back. Rusty tableware, shattered plates, and broken chairs lie scattered on the floor amid 2 tables, one overturned and one on its side. Crawling out from behind the tipped-over table is a hulking 8-legged reptile with glowing eyes. And it's like some of the bigger rooms upstairs. It's one like the main rooms of this level. So it's about a 20 by 20 foot room, but one of the walls is curved.
And it's behind the table right now.
It's like crawling over the table.
Okay. I just
So
didn't know if
Krintos
that affected AC or not for it.
Nope, it won't.
Okay.
So Krintos is going to walk forward and take his first attack, which is a 19 to hit. For only 3 damage. And then he'll take his second attack. Just want to read this. Okay, that doesn't really matter. Hits again with a 19. And does a lot more damage this time with 10. So just one kind of glancing blow with this first swing, and the second swing finds much more purchase on the Basilisk. Next is Zavros. You are down there, so you can join the combat without moving.
I'm gonna stare at it directly in its eyes. Not kidding. I guess I would. How can I do this? I definitely want to not look at this thing. That's definitely.
Yep, you can avert your eyes. You just have disadvantage on attacks.
Could I do a
And it would
hunter's
have
mark on
advantage.
this thing?
Yes.
All right. Slap a hunter's mark on that, and for my action, I'm not gonna attack this thing. I want to use. Might actually have to look at this thing if I'm Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna leave this as a DM's call. I got this feat that Hunter Sense. Yeah, let me just share that with you.
You gain the ability to peer at a creature and magically discern how best to hurt it. Yeah, you would have to look at it. Because you have to peer.
I'm gonna take the chance. I'm just gonna peer at it.
Okay. And magically discern how to best hurt it. As an action, choose one creature you can see at 60 feet. You immediately learn whether the creature has any damage. And I think you had to look at it for Hunter's Mark too, but I thought too quickly. So this works out then. Whether the creature has any damage, immunities, resistance, or vulnerabilities, and what they are. If the creature's hidden from it does not. You can use the feature a number of times. Blah blah. Okay, so Basilisk. It unfortunately has no immunities, no resistance, no weakness. So
It's
just
a large lizard. That's what I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell
A
everyone.
large lizard.
Sounds good to me.
medium monstrosity
I know
you
what
can
I'm
just
doing, I know
beat
what
the
I'm
hell out of.
I've had this for a while. The first time I used it was pointless.
Isn't that the way?
So, yeah, I'm just staring at this thing, I guess.
All right.
My turn.
Sister Liliana.
I am just asking because the resistance is going to go away. Does Zavros have to make a saving throw because he looked at it?
I am just double checking that now. Yes, it does. And so does the I thought it was on the basket's turn. It's on your turn. So I need Constitution saving throw from Zavros, and Krintos. Krintos passes.
Oh,
Zavros passes. All right, so you are both fine for now. Yes.
Okay.
Liliana, you would also have to make this unless you avert your gaze.
I'm going to be averting my gaze.
Okay.
Because I'm then going to just chuck a fairy fire in the direction of the basilisk.
That's exactly what I was gonna do.
Not necessarily avoiding the undead dude either.
So each object in 20-foot cube, any creature. I mean, it lights up the whole room.
Yeah, but they have to do a dexterity saving throw.
All right, so I need Krintos the Basilisk and you two.
If possible, can I do it so it's only like that half of the room? So it's like center it on the wall so then it's only 10 feet?
Yes, I'll allow that.
Okay, cool.
I'll
Thank
just
you.
have Krintos and the Basilisk do it then.
You say the room was 20 by 20? Is that what you said? Okay.
Yep. Sorry, I'm starting to get nose problem.
DC 15.
Any creatures dexterity saving throw. What's the save? 15? They both pass.
Shit. Okay. That's all I got.
All right.
That was gonna be my thing.
Orlin, you are still on the level above.
Yeah. I may want to keep it that way. No. I'm gonna shout down the whole. Oh, never mind. He's not down there yet. Fuck. Do you, out to the people down there. Do you see the chamber?
Design will be like, it's not going to be in that room. You have to go through a door and down the hall.
Okay.
More concerned about the big lizard.
I was thinking of fog clouding the room and just running. So I'll go down the. I'll start going down the rope.
All right.
Is that all my movement? I assume.
Yes, it would be all your movement.
Cool. And then I will. I think if I have anything clever, but I don't. Riddle me this, Baka. So, if I cast a fireball at the back wall, it's a 20-foot radius, but like if it was in like the corner of the room, would it only be like 10? No, it's
Because
a
I
radius.
love the same thing for Fairy Fire, yes, but it will hit Krintos at the same time.
If it's, I don't think the math works out on that.
Does it? Yeah. 20 foot. It's
'Cause
20
it's a 20-foot
foot
radius.
Right. If it was a 20 foot.
Then it would hit everybody.
Okay, I'm not gonna do that then. Sorry. So what I do is I'll slide down and then I will cast. Go ahead, Bumble. Sorry.
Before you do, I just want to ask one quick thing. How tall is the room? Like, how far do they climb down to get there?
I believe it was 15 feet, which is why I had it be all of his movement. Let me double check that.
15 feet. Also, quick question, because I'm not saying... I mean, I'm only asking this because Orlin's really intelligent, so maybe you might know this. Would Fairy Fire still function with Smoke Cloud? Because if his intuition is to Smoke Cloud and run, would we at least still know where the lizard is at all times because of Fairy Fire?
The lizard didn't fail, so it doesn't have the Fairy Fire on it.
Oh, okay, never mind that. I missed
Lizard
that.
is not.
Never mind.
But if
will-
I were to try and cast it, and it did work,
You would have to be able to see him through the fog
Right.
cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I'm gonna do is slide down the rope, and I will. It's a terrible
We'll see where you're
idea.
casting, I should say.
Terrible idea. What I'm gonna do is slide down the rope and cast Magic Missile, so I have to look at it.
You don't have to make the save because you didn't start looking at it on the beginning of your turn.
Okay,
But
cool.
next turn, if you don't avert your eyes, you will
Yeah,
have to.
I'm gonna do it at level 2.
Alright.
So that's 1, 2, 3,
3,
4.
7, 12, 14 damage as these missiles impact on the basilisk from behind all of you as Orlin joins the fight.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, the missiles impacting this thing make it buckle for a second, and you start to see I'm going to say it has blue blood, starts to pour out of it. It's starting to get bloodied, guys. 6, you are down there.
Quick question. Can you describe to me, position-wise, because it's a 20-foot room, right?
Yep.
20 by 20. I guess, like, if everyone dropped down in this room, is there a straight shot to a door that they could go to that's not the staircase?
Yes, you are right next to a door.
Okay, and that's not positionally the staircase, correct?
It is not.
So theoretically, people could just come down and then run through that door?
Yes, there's only one door, and it's directly next to the hole.
Okay. Then I will try to block off this lizard the best I can. Bonus action, or is it bonus action to avert my gaze? Was that what it was?
It's the start of your turn, and it's a free action.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll avert my gaze. I don't need to, because what I'm casting is... do not worry, I will block off this lizard's path so you all can safely get to the chamber as need be. And I will use one of my... I will summon a wildfire spirit next to the lizard, blocking off the lizard the best I can. Preferably not right next to the undead.
Okay, you can
I
do
don't
it.
know exactly. Okay. So I need a dex save.
Alright.
So this fire spirit, I don't know if you've seen like Soul Rock, the Pokemon. It looks kind of like a flaming sun, but like instead of like rays coming out, it's just like somewhat rays like around, like a halo around it.
It did get a 17 on its dex save.
Okay, that means it passed. That's fine. That was just for initial summon damage. So for my bonus action then, so that was my action. For my bonus action, I will have it use its attack. Sorry. It's my spell attack modifier. So, hold on. It's going to be this plus 6. 25.
That'll hit.
25, that'll hit. Plus proficiency bonus. Sorry, it's just there's this on Roll20. It doesn't have this specific subtype, so having to go back and forth from the actual page to see what it does. It will do plus my proficiency 9 fire damage.
9 fire damage. Very good.
Yeah, so hopefully that can block off him.
Yeah,
from
you
trying to get
basically
to
have
us.
this thing surrounded with the 3 of you.
Yeah.
It has diagonals, but it's not going to try and get away from 3 people hitting on it. It might, but it won't go after other people, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
From up top, what does that say? Oh, it's sounding good down there. Anybody stoned yet, or?
Okay.
Just the walls.
I'll take that as good then. Very good. All right, Basilisk's turn. It took the most damage from the right, so it's gonna, or the white, so it's gonna attack it with its bite.
Bite the white.
At a
Yeah.
15 that hits as it sinks its teeth into Krintos.
Oh no, Krintos.
Hey,
What a
Krintos
shame.
almost took half of that damage away for you. Been nothing but helpful for 8 damage to our poor baby boy. All right, and that is its turn. Felicity, you're still up top.
Yeah.
Well,
Would
get
it
down,
be-
join your friends.
Would it be faster to use my climbing speed to just climb down this hole?
I'll let you just use your climbing speed as normal speed, moving down the rope.
Okay, because I have a 20-foot climb speed.
It's only, I re-looked, it's only 12-foot high ceilings, so.
Okay. I am going to kind of survey the area a little bit, and then she too is going to attempt to cast Fairy Fire on the Basilisk.
Alright, it would be the Basilisk, the right, and, or the white, and, 6, and his little guy. Because everybody's up close to the Basilisk now.
Yep.
So it's Dex save, correct?
Yes.
Basilisk fails. Krintos also fails.
It's a DC 15 for the Fairy Fire. 6.
Just trying to make sure I understand something here. Okay. Oh, it's just 2G. The spirit failed.
And
So the
what
spirit
did
is
you-
now lit up by the fairy fire.
And what'd you get?
Me?
Yes, because you're
Yeah.
also up next to it.
I never moved.
Oh, I thought you were also blocking off the Basilisk.
No, I was. That's why I was trying to block them off.
Okay. Yeah, that's
with,
fine then.
with that.
So yeah, all 3 of the figures light up in front of you.
Okay. And then I'm gonna turn around and shoot the reptilian one. And the thing is gonna crawl down her back and perch right at her feet. And it's gonna set up a tiny ballista and it's gonna shoot him.
Alright. You have advantage, I believe.
Let me make sure I mark that off. Nope, that's the flamethrower one. Wrong one. So that is my spell attack. 16 to hit.
A 16 hits.
Okay. And it's the force ballista, so it's 2d8. So 5 force damage.
Yes, you connect with this thing, but it still stands. Not looking awesome, though.
And I'm going to use the last little bit of my movement to get as close to the door as I can. I should have
Alright.
10 feet of movement left.
Seeing as how you can go through the door with that movement.
I don't want to just yet.
Okay.
I just kind of want to be nearish the door, but
Okay.
not through it.
So seeing that he is now lit up, Krintos is going to avert his gaze as he swings twice more. So he has neutral attacks against it. The first one misses with a 13, and the second one hits with a dirty 20. And he does 10 damage to it. I think he swipes into this thing and connects right at the throat, and this thing's gasping for breath as blood is just pouring from it. Zavros, you have an almost dead monster in front of you. Are you averting your gaze this turn?
No.
Alright. Make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
12.
12, I believe, does it, actually. Let's see. Basilisk, DC is 12. You pass.
Alright, I'm gonna bonus action Slayer's Prey, and then I'm going to fire an arrow into this thing.
Alright.
Oh.
It's 27 will hit.
It's
Okay,
actually a
that's
28.
fine.
Oh, yeah, because it's magical.
Oh yeah, no, that's already incorporated. I went
Why
into the longbow settings and added a +1 to both.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And then let's do.
All your extra damage.
Double check to see if this is a D6 or if it's a D4.
Hunter's Mark is a D6, favored foe is a D4.
Yeah, I got Slayer's Prey and so it's 2D6 altogether. 6.
Alright, with a massive amount of damage, this thing has just this goopy blue blood pouring from its neck and body. Sitting at 1 HP, Zavros just runs it through with an arrow that manifests after he shoots it, and it drops dead.
Well, this bow is quite wonderful.
You're welcome.
Attaboy, Zavros.
It seems there was no reason for Dazan to be afraid after all.
Are you saying it's safe down there now?
Very.
Oh, I'll join you all then. Good job, good show. And he starts climbing down the rope. Alright, well, it should just be right through here. As you see this door, immediately to your right after you climb down the rope.
I'm like struggling to go because I want the monster parts.
I want to go collect monster parts.
Yeah, I just start stabbing into it.
I'm gonna drop concentration on fairy fire. So, the white and whoever's not lit up anymore, and pick up my little ballista and put it back on my left shoulder.
I assume you want the eyes.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna cut this thing's head off. And
it's not a small head.
It's a big head. I'm gonna
While they're
need a trophy.
cutting into the basilisk, I'll join Dazan into the room.
Yeah, I'm going with Dazan. Zavros has got the basilisk under control.
Alright, do a survival check for me, Zavros. 13. You are able to get an eye that's intact. You can take a fang if you'd like. But you try and get any organs, and they're all just kind of slashed up at this point from the combat and aren't able to be harvested.
I just thought I'd take it.
Alright, you go into
like this.
You go into the hallway, and as you open the door, immediately to your left is a door, which Six has been keeping track of where the stairwell is. That's the stairwell. In front of you on the wall, a little bit down to your left, is a door, as well as the wall that your door is on. Further down is another door. So if you're going down the hallway towards these other two doors, one is on the right, one's on the left. And Zan's like, well, it's the one on the right up here. So we can just head up there.
What is in the room to the left?
Oh, just an old bedchamber. There's a skeleton in there. Nothing of use from what I've seen. There's a chest, but I haven't been able to get in there.
Just as we're moving through here, I would like to be at the back, if not, or near the back, and then keeping myself between the white and any escape route.
I can lead the way with my spirit.
Right.
In front of me, and then we just kind of.
And do you just go to the chamber, or do you want to look in the bedchamber room?
For now, I'll just look at the room he wants us to go to.
All right. You open that door. The walls of this chamber are inscribed with interconnected ruins and marred with cracks. What is now the ceiling bears similar inscriptions that swirl inward, converging around a golden crystal disc 5 feet in diameter.
And is the is the disc? Did you say it was floating, or was it on a thing?
It's on the ceiling currently.
Oh, okay. So it's on the ceiling. Okay.
Yep. Oh, walk in. You see, you'll get more instruction if you walk in. Maybe you can understand what he's saying.
Saying.
Yes. See, you'll see. Just walk in. We can all go in. I'll
go
in with you.
Will we see or will we hear?
You'll hear and see.
The spirit's going in before me, and then I'm gonna follow the spirit.
Right.
I'm
yes,
behind him.
As you all walk in, an illusionary figure appears upside down in the far corner of the room, standing on the ceiling. It appears to be the same long-faced human wizard depicted in the statues just inside the spire's entrance. So you guys saw those statues as you walked in. It looks like that one. It begins speaking in a strange, possibly forgotten language, but something in your head, Six, clicks, and you're able to understand what it is saying. So everybody else doesn't understand this, but 6 years. Behold my masterpiece. Here can illusions be made real, shadows become substance. Create your illusion, let it stand atop the crystal disc, and watch my ruined chamber do its work.
I do understand what he's saying. Do you not?
No. It's some kind of lost language to me.
You could know because you were before us. Probably when this spire was in the air.
But if it's... I think Six is just kind of internally taking how old this all must be in consideration now. How old he must be. Well, it says to stand on the disc. To have the magics work.
Oh, I mean, I can get on the disc. I've got very few spells left. I've been saving them. I can levitate up there.
Does the disc have like things inscribed in it? Does it look like that could be the life spark, or does it just look like a altar?
I would have been checking out the carvings. You said there were carvings?
Yeah, there's carvings and these different inscriptions. From what he said, you know that the thing has to stand on the disc, but you do an Arcana. Got 7 and a 19. So, Felicity, as you are looking at these ruins and things, you can verify that yes, this is used to transform illusionary creatures and objects into real ones, but that's all you can really gather, unfortunately.
Well, these runes do show what you said, but I can't discern anything of a life spark or transference.
I suppose the best way to learn is to experiment, is it not?
What exactly did that man up there say, Six?
He said basically to showcase how, turning things to life, illusions or shadows to life and all these other things, to stand upon it, and it would perform its duty to create this life.
Just as a side note, I think it would be kick ass if just homebrew this ability, kind of like Data, where he can just mimic someone's voice, and it comes out exactly. That would be kick-ass.
Six wild shapes his throat to be that of Sharp's and just says it over again,
Yes.
but in common.
In alchemy, you cannot make something from nothing. I'm worried that perhaps the zone might need us here for our form. But that's just a theory.
Oh yes, the law of equivalent exchange.
I think
have been
that
studying.
seems. I think with magic, though, is it not that everything is kind of interconnected and works? Should it not just become?
Six kind of has an idea, but Orlin, you are also right. It's not making something of nothing, it's making something of an illusion.
Perhaps.
I feel as though the point of this disc is to have already been built into do what is necessary to create life.
Well, I can levitate up there and see what happens.
Yes.
Perhaps it grabs the magic from the weave, forms it. Alright.
So he casts the levitate spell upon himself and floats up.
As he's going up, I would like to cast resistance on Zavros again, just in case. Just like a gentle touch on his shoulder.
You can see he puts his hands to it, and it lights up, but nothing seems to be happening. Just as well, nothing's happening up here. Wizard Orlin, you said could you take a look at these ruins, see what you can discern from them?
I'll take a look at them. I'm interested.
Arcana, please.
24.
There it is. Yeah, you take a little bit longer to look at these ruins and gathering what Felicity had already learned. You also learn the rune chamber can't produce magic items, animate objects, constructs, or undead. A life spark is needed to turn an illusionary creature into a physical one. Acting like a spark of electricity, it gives the room the jolt it needs to complete the transformation. And the cracks on the walls have damaged enough of the ruins to compromise the room's magic, which might give rise to unexpected results. Also, you would find out that a living creature who all carried the life spark in them would also have to touch the ruin or the disc to get it to activate.
Read me the first part again.
The first one?
Just like the first sentence. Yeah.
The rune chamber can't produce magic items, animate objects, constructs, or undead. So it seems to only work on illusionary things.
So you, Zon, you said you could still be destroyed. What exactly are you? You're not a pure illusion.
Yes, I'm a simulacrum, so I have some body to me, but I'm made of illusionary magic.
These runes here say that it will not work on your kind.
It will. It will work on his kind.
Yeah, I'm lying.
Because he is illusionary magic, but you're telling him that it won't?
Yeah.
Well, that's upsetting. I was led to believe that it would.
Who told you this?
My creator. The original Zen.
I'm sure you've heard of it. There can only be one true form. I'm sure your master was worried about you gaining sentience, so he told you a little lie to keep you busy.
Roll a deception check.
Oh, damn it!
He kind of frowns at you and says, "Why would you tell me those lies? He was all about illusion magic. It would be amazing for him to get this to work. I don't believe you."
Are there like, so there's cracks like running through the runes and stuff?
Yes.
Perhaps the words are just not correct with the cracks in the disc. If I could reach it, I could fix it. And maybe that is the problem.
I mean, if you can get lifted up to him and fix him somehow.
How easy would it look that I could climb the walls?
They're only 12 feet, so it'd be easy.
I'm gonna have to make Orlin low charisma.
I'll go up to, I guess, one of the cracks in the wall and try to cast mending on it. See if it'll repair.
Put mending in the chat for me, please. Single break or tear in an object you touch, such as broken chair, chain, as long as the break is turned no larger than 1 foot. Yeah, you're able to fix a few of the cracks, but there are quite a few, and some are bigger than what mending would be able to cover.
Might be able to fix a few.
Well, and you can climb, so. Wait, I don't know that information. Orlin didn't tell me. Never mind.
The simulacrum would have seen. Well, no, because I did use the rope also. Never mind.
Yeah.
6. If you would like to help fix some of these cracks, you get the lower, I'll get the upper.
Well, it's on the disc on the ceiling, right?
It's on the ruins that are on the ceiling.
Yeah. Not on the
okay.
wall, so I can't reach it.
Oh, yeah. All right. I will try and do a couple of them, as many of them as I can.
Yeah, you're able to fix up a few of them, but there are some that are just too large to fix with the spell.
Shame. You're right, I was being untruthful. You see, with those runes not being able to be fixed, this contraption is too unstable.
Well,
Could
I mean,
have
it's
adverse effects.
I'm still willing to try. If we can figure this thing out.
Six. How comfortable would you be with losing that life spark we have with us?
Which life spark? Mine? Or my brethren?
From the understanding,
Liliana.
does it need 6 or does it need... like, judging on how it read, would it need 6 or could that item just work?
That item wouldn't work. It would need to be a living being of flesh and bone to touch the disc. And from what you read, it doesn't hurt that person at all.
Oh, okay.
It just takes a quick spark from them to ignite it,
Gotcha.
essentially.
It's like jumping a car.
We
Yeah.
just need your touch, 6.
Are you sure it won't harm him?
No, those runes being destroyed, like I said, could create unforeseen consequences.
Could that harm him?
Yes.
Then it is not worth it. I said we would help as long as there was not another life for his.
Well, that's
Too great of a risk. This room is hundreds, thousands of years old. The magic in here has been disrupted for gods know how long. It would take, I don't know what kind of magic to repair it, to bring it to a fully functioning state again.
Well, if that's the case, I suppose you can all
He's
be
still
your
on the
way.
disc.
Yes, he's still touching the disc.
I look down at everybody else. Well, you know what they said. Curiosity killed the cat. I'm gonna give you to the count of 10. She's gonna touch it. She's gonna let you guys leave the room in case something goes bad. She starts counting very slowly. Her paw is out. Touched. Because she's already up on the ceiling.
Sounds like
Doesn't-
everybody's staying.
I'm not reacting to it.
Yeah,
Ah.
Liliana very squarely places herself in the doorway to prevent other people from leaving. Not her party members from leaving.
Okay, yeah.
I will resistance myself again.
I'm gonna grab Zavros's collar and just kind of start pulling him out of the room if he wasn't heading toward it.
Not an animal.
Oh,
Because
he's
I
not
am
there. That's
staying-
right. He was cutting out pieces, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
And like in true cat fashion, after everybody's done with her.
Here's what I'm doing. Let me see. The wildfire spirit raises up to Felicity. And I'm gonna have it ready in action. If something goes bad, it will teleport Felicity out of there.
All right.
Because I looked at the spells I have prepared, I'm going to cast Bless on myself, Six, and Felicity.
All right. Everybody got what they want to do before this happens?
Yes.
And in
Alright.
true cat knocking something over fashion, she pats at the disc with her paw.
All right, roll a D100 for me, please.
Oh, son of a gun.
A 62.
Another character death. Woo!
You see as the disc lights up and covers the simulacrum of Dazan in light, and you see as snow and shadow swirls away, and a man is floating there, touching the disc, and he starts to float down. I think it worked. Seems to have worked.
Do I feel fine?
You are fine.
Oh,
He's floating
See, I
around.
told you it wouldn't be any harm to anybody.
That
Can
is
I
good
just
news.
give him a once over to see if anything weird's about him?
Yeah, give me a
Give me a
perception.
once over check.
Yeah, give me a once over check. Perception.
Okay. Ooh,
All
yeah,
right.
not
this
tonight.
seems to be a flesh and bone person, as if this thing had created life. Well,
Okay.
a
This is
deal's a
fantastic.
deal. Give him the amulet. The White Oxhorden hands the amulet to you, Six.
Ooh, good. I'll hold on to it. This is like the closest clue I have to any of my former 1 through 5 companions.
All right, well, I must be off. I've got a world to learn about. Will you all be all right? Do you want to follow me up, or what's your deal?
As he's still standing there, I'm going to say in Draconic, I'll just say, do you understand this tongue?
Does he understand this tongue? Probably not, but I'll double check.
The wizard. Wizards know all sorts of
He
language.
was a simulacrum. Actually, he
Well-
does change stats now. That's correct.
He goes from being essentially a hologram to a human being, and suddenly all of his languages.
do we
No,
think
he
that
does not
this
know
could
Draconic.
turn any kind of illusionary person into a real person much the same way?
I would assume so. I'd assume any kind of illusion.
Why?
Like I said, curiosity tends to kill the cat.
Well,
I
hope for
only
your
have one
sake,
illusion
and
spell prepared today. I just
hope-
wanted to experiment.
I hope for your sake and for the kindness you showed me that it doesn't.
I'll continue in common then, since he didn't respond to me when I said it in Draconic.
What did you say in Draconic?
Oh, I
You
said,
said, "Do you understand me?"
Do you understand this tongue?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Since he didn't respond, I'll continue in common then and say, you have been given a new lease on life, Dazan. As part of this, I hope you do not do anything untoward, do anything that would harm others, and simply pursue your scholarly goals. If I see hide or hair of you harming anyone or doing anything untoward to other people, I will hunt you down and have you join your master.
That's fair enough. Like I said, hopefully we can work together in the future, finding this thing, finding the city. It'd be a great discovery.
Of course.
Perhaps the rest of my friends are also in that city.
Possibly.
I'm sure when you find it, it'll be full of monsters that need to be dealt with. I don't know
I'm sure.
who to track down.
Will
Did
do.
your other self leave any books, journals, writings here before his demise?
None of his own stuff, no. I did learn from him that the supposed whereabouts of the city is further north, underneath the Reghead Glacier. It doesn't seem to be kind of entrance yet, so I don't know how we'll get to it, but I'll try and find out.
Does Felicity know where this Reghead Glacier is?
Yeah, anybody that is native to Icewind Dale would know that it's the glacier far to the northeast. Let me see if I have you on the map.
Felicity does climb down before she does something stupid.
Yeah, far to the northeast is this just enormous glacier that covers that entire area. Yeah.
So glacier meaning it's in the Sea of Moving Ice if it's up north.
No, it is on land.
No? Oh, it's on land.
To the
Okay.
northeast.
It's
North
like the
and
opposite
east.
end of the
East.
Dale.
Gotcha.
Yep.
I suggest that you avoid avarice.
Yes, I don't plan on trying to run into her. I think I'll just head down to 10 Towns, use some illusionary magic, keep myself hidden. Apparently, my former didn't do a good enough job of doing as such, but try and find me a spell book, write some spells down, get ready for this adventure.
Orlin,
Yes.
can you identify things?
No.
Okay. Maybe I'll be able to tomorrow.
Well, what is all your plans from here? Do you plan to stay in here a little longer, or?
Yes, I must be getting used to that body of yours. Go on, let it out. Sneeze.
All right, oh, sorry, it's just a little bit of a cough. Cold air, I'm not used to it. I used to be made of it, so I gotta get some warmer gear before I head out.
Right, from here, not sure exactly, but I know Avarice will be paying us a visit, so perhaps, before you go, you can let us leave, so that, her eyes follow us instead of you.
It's a good idea. Yes, I will. I'll pack up I'll get some warmer clothes on, and I'll follow a little while after.
Who opened the chest in that one room?
I believe it was Felicity, right? Because she.
All right. Felicity,
Hmm.
before you go, would you mind? There's supposedly a chest in the bedroom on the opposite side of the hall, and I'm wondering maybe if I can find more clues about my world within its contents.
Of
If you'll be
course,
helpful enough
dear.
to open it up for me.
Come.
All right, as you guys head there, we will join Zavros, who is already in that room. So Zavros, in this room, you see the bed in this room is upside down on the floor. Its rotted blankets peeking out from underneath the disintegrated mattress. Mounted on the north wall is a tall, cracked mirror in a stone frame that merges seamlessly with the surrounding wall. Lying underneath two dirt-clogged windows is a partially crumbled, rime-covered human skeleton in the tattered shreds of a nightgown.
Hey everyone, Orlin, I have your eye here.
Yes.
And in the eye. I was able to get a fang, I'm just waiting to stab a book with it.
You really have been doing your reading.
Yes, I
Yes, as the rest of you walk into this room, Dazan, the new Dazan, will say, "Oh, it's behind the bed there, tucked away behind there."
Go over and look behind the bed, see where the chest is.
Yeah. So you see, there's a chest behind the bed, and there's a built-in lock to it.
I just pick up the chest and bring it into more of the center of the room so Felicity can get at it.
Does it look like it's a regular lock? Is it a magical lock?
It looks like a regular lock, but this chest is very well made. It seems to be airtight, watertight, and magical. So I'll say it was invisible at one point, but I dispelled that when I found it. Nothing.
Whatever is in
I couldn't
here
get in
is
it though.
very well guarded.
Did you say the chest was magical?
Chest appears to be magical, yeah.
Okay. I will cast. Let me see something real quick, and then I examine at it, and my hands heat up and glow. And I'm casting Dispel Magic on the chest.
All right. The
What
chest
if it's a
loses its
magical
magical
chest?
property.
What if it's like holding box of holding or something?
Well, it's not anymore if it was.
Yeah.
He does that, and the box explodes because it's just overfilled.
Oh,
Yeah, so you can see the magical property leave the chest.
Yeah, maybe this will be a bit safer then.
Okay, and she'll open up her cloak and pull out her thieves' tools. And what is that, like? Sleight of
Right.
hand?
I'll
There's
guidance
a
you.
Dexterity check with your proficiency.
So you'll get a plus a d4 on this too.
Okay. So that's a 7, 10, 11.
Yeah, you can't quite figure out this lock. It seems to be an ancient lock, something you're not used to.
I might be able to open it.
Sorry, these old fingers aren't quite what they used to be.
I'll cast guidance on Zavros instead.
Alright, Savros giving me a dexterity with proficiency. Or you rolled that one. Yeah, you aren't quite able to get into it either.
Liliana just hefts the chest up onto her shoulder and says, "Well, there's no point in figuring it out down here. We can work on it later tonight."
Baka, since it's been a few weeks, can you refresh my memory as to why Avarice sent us here? Was it to find the spark of life?
She had just found the spire and wanted you to go in and see what it was all about, because she had a feeling it was linked to what she was searching for.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
All right.
Did you guys find what you were looking for? Whatever sent you here?
Yes, that woman we've been talking about, tiefling woman by the name of Avarice, she sent us here to look for, I assume, the spark of life in that contraption that just brought our friend anew. So, what's going to be our story?
It is broken. Does not function.
She'll repair it. What if we just say, it's a school. Old wizard school. I'm sure there's knowledge there of this
That
floating city, but
I mean, that seems based on. It is on here that is what they were looking for here, was it not? To find the city? And really all there was here was nothing upon that other than hints that it is part of a school. So I don't think it's strange to just say that what you found here is nothing of help. Would that be incorrect, Dazan? It seems as though there's nothing of assistance here.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell her that everything's too old. It's just been disintegrating. You didn't even get information of what it was part of.
I fear that she might, upon knowing we've cleared it out, come here herself.
Oh, for sure. She has zero trust in anybody.
Perhaps we make sure it's thoroughly destroyed before we leave.
Fair enough. I'll grab what books I think are useful.
I mean, the machine. The contraption.
Yes. It's a shame to destroy such a thing, but I think might be good. I don't know much she dabbles in illusionary magic, but
my fear, and this is just a theory, is working with the group in Cardival who seek to return their demon lord or what have you. What's to stop her from giving those people an army using this thing?
fair. Well, I unfortunately am currently low on spells. If you all want to attempt to destroy it, you can.
Being well versed in runes and magic, being an artificer, would I know if acid would very thoroughly destroy the runes?
Yeah, they would mess with the ruins enough that it would make that even more unstable than it already is.
Does it look dilapidated enough that a nice fireball would do the trick?
The fireball probably wouldn't because it's on stone. That these stuffs are carved.
Okay, I didn't know if it was enough of an explosion or something to cause the thing to collapse.
I don't.
You
so, no.
know,
It'd have to be a pretty high level fireball.
Okay.
I have shatter.
Yeah,
that worked.
I could take out a few walls before we go.
How does that sound to everyone?
Great. I love the plan. Also, we do have her two friends upstairs that we may need to contend with, so perhaps do not use up all of our resources. And, are there enough ruins on the side of the wall that I could just, hit it with my mace to destroy them more?
Yeah, I let you swing at a few of them.
Yeah. So,
Make a dog first.
How big was
No
the room?
dog.
How big was the chamber?
The chamber itself is
Specifically up by the disc in the runes.
it's a 15 by 15 cube.
Okay, I can use one shatter, and it's a 10-foot sphere.
Yeah, I mean, it would break quite a few of them, so it would make it pretty not working.
Additional question is this: I don't remember if you said it was a bronze or copper ring or whatever it was. That ring part of it, does that look like it could be removed at all?
It's a golden crystal disc.
Oh, crystal disc.
It seems that it could, yes.
Can I try with a mage hand to remove it?
Yeah. Give
Oh
me
my
a
God.
sleight of hand.
There's
Worst
something
that
I
happens is
really
it
want to
breaks.
do. Sorry. 9.
Yeah, you aren't able to quite get the mage hand's fingers into where this thing is embedded in the floor.
Okay. Clear to the room.
Who are you lifting up?
I'm worried about touching it. Is she lifting me up?
I mean, I'm not going to lift someone unwillingly.
No,
Liliana
I'll
would
go
like.
up. I'm
only if you want to.
I'm fully intending to go up there. So if you lift me up, I'm gonna
Pat for resistance.
kind of mage hand the hand like right there, and I'm gonna grab the the disc, and try and remove it.
Do a strength check this time, since you're a little bit closer. A little easier to maneuver your mage hand.
So wait, okay, maybe I think I got lost on this description earlier.
Okay.
There's a metal disc embedded in the stone.
A golden crystal disc embedded in the ceiling, which was once the floor. And that's what Dazan touched to become the...
Right, okay.
Yes. And there's like runes
Golden
around
crystal.
it that run into it.
That's why I'm
Okay.
specifically I'm saying that the mage hand is touching that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 14, you aren't able to quite pull it out. It seems to be held in magically somehow. Especially because it's on the ceiling still after this thing crashed out of the sky, you can assume.
I'm trying to see if I can make an animated hand.
How long is this taking so far, Baka? Them trying to remove the disc.
It's only been a couple of minutes. Did you only touch it with the mage hand?
No, the mage hand is pushing against, like, standing where Dazan stood, and I'm touching the disc.
Okay. Yeah. Drop mage hand in the chat for me.
I'm attempting to draw some of the runes that are around the
conjuration.
disc.
I thought it was
It is conjuration, so it does not work.
Gotcha. Okay, never mind.
You just mage hand and a hand flops.
That's
down
what
on
I
your
was.
face.
I wanted to create an animated hand. You know.
I wanted to cast blur, and then touch it.
Are you going to?
That's
I can't. It seems that it's too stuck for me. Not strong enough.
Can I weigh in real quick? It seems as though this is another life disc or life spark disc, which also could. I don't know if it's so. None of us have the ability to detect magic, right?
I can.
Okay. Because I
not
feel like
today.
if the idea of destroying this right now without knowing more about it leaves me unsavory. I know you said you're worried about yet another person coming here for it, but I guess I'm curious as to whether or not it even has, if it still has spark left in it, if it's potentially one of my brethren, or I guess I have a myriad of questions involving this disc yet.
Didn't consider that, 6. You're right. We shouldn't destroy this if it does have the
While
possibility
they're
of a
talking,
spark.
Felicity's still drawing the runes that are on the ceiling.
I guess with that, I do have another question. Orlin, there is a a skeleton in the bedroom. Perhaps if you spoke with him, he might have better information upon this disc and perhaps what's in the chest.
Yes, the last one wasn't of great use, but
But we also did not have... Good answers usually come from good questions.
Oop, sorry, I forgot to mute myself. That was very rude.
I'll kind of, giving up on this thing for now, walk back into the other room. I want to give a once-over of this guy and see if he has any clothing, belongings of, that would show status.
How do you once over him? Just by looking at him?
Hold on. I would probably investigate him thoroughly. I would use the word investigation a lot in my description of what I'm doing.
Did
are
Orlin
you
detect-
physically looking through his robes and
Yeah,
stuff? Also,
yeah,
Arcana check from Dyto for
sorry.
copying the runes.
Did Orlin detect magic on the disc or the runes or the
I
room?
didn't. No.
Okay.
No.
I can later if you guys want. Is that okay? An investigation check?
Yeah, do an investigation. And an Arcana from Dyto for copying runes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you start to look over this body, and the robes seem to replicate the ones from the statue. So you can assume it's the same guy, even though this is a skeleton at this point. But as you're looking through his pockets, you see an orb of light shoots out of the skeleton and starts buzzing around and sparking. As a will-o-wisp enters the room, and we will take our break there.
Oh no.
Kind of done.
We went a little bit longer. I was waiting for a good breaking point, and that seems as good as any. Arcana check, you copy them pretty well. They're not perfect because of the cracks, but they're pretty good. But yes, we'll go to break here. So go get a snack and stuffs, and we'll see you all in a second. What's the next time? Welcome back, everybody. We're here in the second half of this session of Swindler's Den presents Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. In our first half, we explored more of the tower, figured out some things about this chamber of life spark nonsense, and currently Orlin was investigating a body that seemed to resemble the wizard that the statues were made of, and the one that was the illusion that was in the room. And a will-o-wisp has emerged from it, so I need initiative from people.
Okay,
I
6,
just
7.
roll 20 hates me. I don't get good initiatives.
Alright, so we have 6 as 7.
6 has a 7, of course.
I'm afraid of 7.
It's
That's
7.
because
7, 8,
it's
9.
7, 8, 9.
16 for Liliana. Stavros. I'm gonna have to pull up Stavros' character sheet.
That's who that amulet belongs to. 7.
And yes, Tommy unfortunately won't be with us for the second half. So he wasn't feeling well, so be sure to say hey. Feel better. He got an 18 again.
Dang.
Basilisk is not here. I guess I'll roll for the simulacrum in the white, but they probably won't really do anything. Because they've done what they needed to.
Well, until the thing kills us and it goes after them. So.
Yeah, that's when they'll deal with it. They rolled pretty good.
think-
Felicity, what did you get?
I got an 11.
An 11. And the will-o-wisp. What did you get, young man? Rolled a nat 1, but gets a +9.
Beat me, I think.
Yeah, I should get a 10.
Rolled a 10, yeah. Where is
Dang.
this? There we go. See,
And
will-o-wisp
just zip
on the
zoodles
map.
out of there and right in your face.
Right in your little face. All right, so that means that at the top of the turn order is Zavros. Who's gonna ready in action if the Will-O-Wisp attacks anybody? He will attack. Krintos is out in the hallway. Sister Liliana.
I can do it. I pick up my little reliquary and I do turn undead. I need a wisdom saving throw from the Will-O-Wisp and Krintos if he's within 30 feet of me.
He would be. Will-O-Wisp passes with flying colors.
Dang it.
That 21. Oh. Krintos, probably not. Wisdom?
That'd be a 15 again.
He got a 4.
Ooh, he's a scared of me. Not that it really matters. But...
You're not high enough level to destroy him yet, are you?
No, it's only 1/2.
Yeah, he's down to level 3, so.
Okay, seeing that it did not seem to have an effect on the Will-O-Wisp, I am then going to cast Spiritual Weapon right next to it and take a swing. Oh, dang it, that one may be broken.
Sorry, I can't scroll down to it.
It didn't roll
No,
anything. It's broken.
Yeah,
That would
it's...
answer such things.
Oh, wait, submit. There we go. Oh,
Hey, that hits.
oh yeah. Oh, that bless is gone. And then it's 7 force damage to it.
All right. Big 7 damage as you clonk this thing, and it kind of spins in the air for a second. Dasan is going to stay out in the hall as well. Felicity, you're in the other room currently.
Yes. Do I know what's going on, or am I still scribbling?
Do a perception check.
Natural 20.
You finish up your ruins and you hear a skirmish starting to happen. As you can hear
Okay.
electricity crackling in the other room.
Oh, let's see if my old bones can make it. How far away are they? In the other room? In the bedroom?
From you, about 25 feet.
Okay. I am going to... So I can just
Less
use my
if you
regular
are
move.
getting in melee of the Will-O-Wisp.
I'm not getting in melee.
Okay, then it'd only be 15.
Okay. I was just wondering if I would need to use my feline agility. Nope. I'm going to move into the room. Orlin, I'm gonna need more. Oh, what do we have here?
Swatting.
I'm going to. Oh, what do I do? Do I just firebolt it, or do I scorching ray this thing? What do I don't know what I know of Will-O-Wisp. I'm just gonna firebolt him.
Alright.
That's my action. It's a 26 to hit for 23 damage total.
26 hits, and that's a lot of damage, but it doesn't seem... You think that this, how on point this firebolt would have knocked it out of the air, but it seems to take it a little bit better than you expected. Still does a lot of damage to it, though.
Alright. Then as my bonus action, my shoulder ballista is going to shoot at it as well. For a 12
A
to
12
hit.
misses. As it whizzes past, as this thing swirls in the air and rights itself once again.
Okay, well, I mean, I still am gonna need more information about that room. That's gonna be my turn.
As this thing had come out of the body and was sparking angrily at Orlin, it paused for a moment as if it was recognizing something, and then got bashed twice by 2 people. So it moves forward to shock Liliana, but Zavros takes his attack first.
We got real messed up by one of these things last time.
That's very fair. He misses with his attack, so it's just going to attempt to shock Liliana.
Warding Flare, it has disadvantage.
All right. First one's a 22. The second one,
I
23.
think- I just want to double check, but I think my arcane firearm is force damage. No, it's the
Okay.
spell's damage. So it's
Okay.
fire.
So you need to take some damage.
Yeah.
I foresay it. Oof. You take 15 lightning damage as this thing just finds a weak spot in your armor and shocks you.
Okay.
And that is its turn. Orlin, you are right next to this thing.
I am, I'm not taking any risks. I am going to magic missile it. First level.
All right, go for it.
Because I would toll the dead and it would just fuck up, so. Hey, 15! Woo!
Nice.
Kill this thing.
I'm swatting around and I just pop, pop, pop. As I'm like swatting these magic missiles at it.
After the first one hits, it just vanishes.
As we were doing, sorry.
All right. Was there anything else you wanted to check out in this room or say to each other?
Go ahead,
Yeah,
sir.
Orlin, I need your help. I need a little bit more information about the disc, and I have the runes, so if maybe the disc isn't inherently magical, we can create it, destroy the room, but still have all the information needed for our friend 6.
It's a brilliant idea. Sure, just a moment. I'll be right in. 6. I'm gonna go help Felicity. If you, seems this is the man you heard talking in the other room earlier. If you want to think of some questions you would like to ask, I'll come back.
Okay.
And I'll go into the room of Felicity and I'll sit down and start doing the detect magic.
All right.
10-minute ritual thing.
All right. You cast the detect magic. It doesn't seem that the crystal itself is magical. It's more of a transference object. But the rune, the runes are what powers it. And then there's, I believe, it's enchantment magic that's holding it to the ceiling. Other than that, the crystal itself is not magical.
So it's almost used to focus the magic energy, though.
Yes.
Seems the runes are the most important part. The crystal is just used to focus the energy.
Do you think we could use any kind of arcane focus? Or do we think it would just to be safe to have that one?
Probably best that we take that one. Just in case.
Do you think we're gonna have to fight anything else? I want to do something not so smart.
There's a chance we'll have to fight the gargoyles.
I'm gonna do something not so smart. Gonna pull out that flask, that Mistra flask or potion.
Okay.
I'm just gonna drink it.
You
If anything bad happens, just take me out.
You drink this potion, and you start to feel.
Oh, would I have gotten any hints on the detect magic of the potion?
Oh yes. If you detect magic,
Just want to know if I should
you
slap it out of
see
her hand.
it's some kind of illusionary potion.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So you drink it, and you start to feel a little bit of magic added. You can now cast the minor illusion cantrip.
Well, this would have been helpful.
Would have.
And then I tap the floor with my cane, and just above it, I create the disc.
you create the disc, and you
Just
have
to, like, show it
illusion
off. I don't have it up there yet, obviously, but just to, like, show off what the potion did. I don't know how long this will last.
So it's like a way to gift people the ability to create things using this device.
Yes.
Interesting. Well, Felicity, if you could get up there and try and get that crystal down. Just another way of slowing down the process of rebuilding this thing.
I'll do you one better. I'll replicate it and then I'll destroy the room when we're ready to go.
Sure. And then I'll go back to 6. Alright.
Was the disc magical?
No, just the runes. And our friend Felicity, she's copied them down, so we should be able to replicate its magic.
Then I suppose it holds no interest to me anymore.
So you don't want me to ask this man anything?
Now that we know the disc isn't really, another life spark, then I guess no, I don't really have any questions for him.
Wonderful. Sharp, how composed or decomposed is this body?
It's a skeleton.
Did we decide that skeletons could talk?
Yes.
Last one did.
Yeah.
All right, I'm ripping the skull off of, I'm sticking my fingers into, the eye sockets, and I'm gonna pull the skull off of.
All right. Give me a dexterity check.
Okay. By that, do you mean sled? No, it's the same thing anyway. 11.
Yeah, as you grab the skull, it just crumbles in your hand.
Shit. Oh well. It's probably better that way. Old Avarice, if she comes down here, won't get its information.
Yes, who is this Avarice again? You say something about another wizard who wants to come down here? I think I don't really recall if this was on break or within the fiction, the mentioning of gargoyles.
Yes, yes, Avarice is a tiefling wizard, working with a group that's trying to bring about some demons into our world, some odd thing.
And she'd asked you to come here to get whatever was down here for their purposes?
Yes.
Okay.
But we don't trust her. That's the first thing you need to know.
Then I feel, and I'll say this as we walk back to the other room. I feel I would feel much more comfortable opening the chest while we're still in the tower, as opposed to bringing it with us, in case this Avarice lives by her name and wishes to take what is in here.
Yes. You see, Dazan kind of pipes in. Yes, I was thinking about that. Is she out there waiting for you?
Not sure of her in the flesh, but her minions, gargoyles, a crow.
Oh yes, well, if you're going out first, I guess I'll just stay in here invisibly so they can't see me if they decide to come down right away. Let me think. I might be able to. Yes, I can make both me and my friend here invisible for the time being, so I have enough magic left for that.
Does Thunderwave make a noise? I would assume that it
Yes.
does.
Yeah.
It makes a massive noise.
Yeah, you guys would hear that as you guys start walking towards the room. After I've already replicated the disc, I'm gonna Thunderwave it instead of Shatter.
Roll me a d100.
Ooh.
29.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to be doing that right away. So, as Felicity, as you're in this room by yourself, and you put this, you have to use another minor illusion to get the disc on the actual other disc because you can't move the previous one. And then you go to touch it. You start to see as this disc starts to change shape and becomes starts to drip. As it drips down to the floor and starts to coalesce into a hostile blob. I need more initiative, please. And we'll keep your same initiative. Let's do that.
Okay.
Okay, that's fair. This is
Keep
so funny.
waking monsters.
We just keep going
I
like
saw-
different rooms, hitting
I
monsters.
didn't think you would need a life spark for an item. I was just sorry. That was just. I'm not trying to make this thing alive. I didn't think you would need a life spark for it. But yeah.
You need the life spark. It's I mean, we're here. You would have noticed it didn't work right away. So,
Okay.
all right. So let me get rid of the
So
Willow
I would not
Star.
have thunderwaved yet if it didn't
Yes, you would not have thunderwaved yet. What do we got for initiative for this young man?
This young blobby man.
This young blobby.
work. This is where I kill myself. Like I said, curiosity killed the cat.
Oh, it didn't roll great. Oh God, it got a -1.
I'm okay with that.
So we start off initiative once again with Zavros. I
You
guess.
know what's happening?
Yeah, I don't think he would. So we're gonna go to. We're just gonna skip everybody at this point. It would go to Felicity.
Yeah. Do I know what this thing is?
You can do a. You would have to use your action to do an Arcana.
Nope. I'm just gonna firebolt the thing.
Okay.
For now. I'm
Fair
still
enough.
on the ceiling, so I'm still gonna. 21.
Ooh,
A 21 will hit.
So that's 12, 13, 16 fire damage.
All right.
And then for my bonus action, the little friend on my shoulder is gonna. He's gonna shoot it too. Nope, I hit the wrong button. For a 20 to hit.
For a 20 to hit, yes. That also
Okay,
hits.
this is gonna be force damage, I believe. Sorry, I gotta find the right cannon. Yes, force damage. 2d8 for 10 force damage.
All right, you get 2 big hits off of this thing as it's coalescing into this huge blob on the floor. Orlin, do a perception.
sure
Oh,
thing. Oh,
Yeah, you hear Felicity is starting to cast spells that aren't the ones you were expecting her to be casting.
God. Okay. Hurry now, 6. I just start running into the other room.
You run into the other room and you see this huge black blob forming on the floor as Felicity's on the ceiling casting spells on it. And it's getting big.
So it's currently above us?
It's on the floor. It dripped down to
Okay,
the floor.
sorry. Okay, gotcha. So I am gonna just start moving my hands around and summoning a bonfire underneath this blob.
All right. Remind me, does it have to make a dex this
It's a dex
turn
save.
or on it?
Let's double check. When you cast a spell, and then every time it starts its turn there after that, or ends its turn. No, first time it's ends its turn. Yeah. So
Okay, it got a 6.
cool. So it fails and takes 9 fire damage.
9 brings it down to this. As you set a fire underneath it.
and then I'll just make enough room in the doorway. Like I'll take a step to the left or whatever, so that 6 can get in.
You can do that. And you are, I will say, you are right up against this thing because it's so big. You are in melee range.
Oh,
So if you want to change your turn at all,
well, if I could have seen it through the door and that it was that big, I would have cast that bonfire from the hallway before the door.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
and then step off to the side. Yep, you can do that.
Yeah.
That is fair. 6, it is your turn.
So this blob, it's like what? Probably like 10 by 10.
Yep.
How big is the room?
The room is 15 by 15.
So basically, Zavros is Liliana. Where's Liliana?
Liliana and Zavros are still in the room with you.
So they're right next to him. Okay.
So they aren't close to him at all. Because
Where
he's
was
in a
it
different
with
room
me?
than you guys.
Oh, sorry. I thought Zavros was in the.
Nope, he didn't hear, and since Liliana didn't hear anything happen
Okay,
yet,
okay.
so they didn't move.
Okay. All right. I will have the flame. I'll have my fire spirit. Go and block the exit to that door, to that room.
Okay.
So that way it can't get out. So its only targets probably are me or him and Felicity. I will. I guess I want to say that's like all I'm doing for now. Oh, I thought you said that. Did you manage to bring it to life? Was it actually fooled? Is this? Do we think this is another one of my kin?
No, this is not friendly. Not what I was intending to make.
Oh. I suppose then. If it is unnatural, we shall cleanse it, I suppose. And then I'll just firebolt it.
Alright.
20.
That'll hit.
Oh, that's not what I wanted. 6 fire damage.
Alright.
We'll find out later this thing was immune to fire the whole time.
It is its turn. It is going to let me double check some things on it. How smart are you? You're pretty freaking dumb. It is just going to move towards where the damage is coming from, and it's going to swing at your little guy.
Okay.
A 22 to hit.
That hits.
Alright, so takes 4 bludgeoning and 17 acid damage.
Okay.
So that is its turn as it just smashes into this little fire spirit. Alright, Zavros will also join the fray, and he's going to shoot at this thing. Oh, sorry, Zavros has a character sheet. Oh, I do this every time with Zavros. He gets in... He hits and does 11 damage.
And it is magical because of his bow.
Correct. So he doesn't. Alright. So Zavros hits him with his arrow, and that brings it to Sister Liliana.
I'm just gonna do a Sacred Flame on it.
Alright.
DC 15 Dexterity.
It fails horribly with another 6.
Okay. Radiant damage.
Oh, it also has to
Oh, right. At the end of its
Like a
turn, make a dex save.
fire stuff, which I'm sure will fail because again, -3 to Dex. Hey, it's still got 9, but that's good for it.
Wait, what? Sorry, did it pass?
It failed.
Oh,
it
it
failed.
failed. Reroll the damage, or should we just use the
I
same one?
think you reroll every time.
Yeah.
5.
Very cool. You hear Dazan from the hallway saying, "Oh, is that what could have happened to me? Oh well."
Yes, you got quite lucky, my friend.
Yes, I got quite luckily.
Luckily.
Felicity. It is Felicity's turn.
So it's basically me and the ooze in the room and the
Yep.
fire at the door.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna pop one of the buttons off of my cloak, cast catapult. I need a
Alright.
dexterity saving throw.
Hey, guess what? It got a 0.
Oh, so it takes 15 magical bludgeoning damage.
Alright. Still up.
And okay, that's good to know. No, just try not to let it kill any of our new friends, okay? To my little cannon friend. He's also gonna shoot him for a 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. I'm just gonna do this. It's 2d8 for 9 force damage.
Yep. So your little arcane firearm aims and launches at it, and the ooze splatters against the wall and becomes immobile. It is dead.
Nice.
So sorry, guys. I was not expecting that kind of malfunction.
Yes, that's why I asked if you could get that one.
I can't.
Did you say that? I don't know if you mentioned this. Is it being held up there by magic?
On the detect magic, it didn't seem to, right?
It did. It
Oh, it
seemed to be
did.
some kind of enchantment holding it to the ceiling, yes.
Gotcha. Oh, yes, you're right. It was.
I'll take my cloak off and motion with hand half part of it to 6 and then stand underneath it holding it as it's a little net to catch it.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to cast Dispel Magic on whatever's holding it up.
You cast a spell magic, and it drops into your cape.
Oh, was I supposed to grab this?
I'm just...
Is that what you were asking? Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't have done it if someone else wasn't hanging on to it.
You have this disc.
I would. I think it's. Would you like to hold on to it, 6?
I don't see why. If it's not a life force of one of my brothers.
Okay.
I have no connections.
I wouldn't
Shove it in my bag.
studying it.
Yeah, I don't want it to go into your gross goopy bag.
There's nothing wrong with my bag.
Eyeballs and
You pull out gizzards and then you boil them and then you just drink it. And I've never seen you clean out that bag once.
oh, then you have gizzards and you're not sharing.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't eat them. I'm
Oh,
savage.
but the gizzard is the best part.
Right.
Can we? I know you're struggling before, but does anyone know? I guess I'd be very interested in opening this chest still, but I suppose if you are unable to, we might have to. It's just I'm very worried about your avarice friend wanting the chest for themselves.
Right.
have a couple of destructive spells, but it could probably destroy
And
whatever
that's-
is inside.
Something I don't wish to happen.
Exactly.
Ugh.
I could try again. I could try unlocking it.
If we take a short rest, essentially, and Felicity kind of messes with it over the course of the short rest, could we get another attempt at it?
Yeah.
Okay.
As we go to short rest, can I take this hallway that we came through after the basilisk? Is it big enough that would have been able to fit through here? Like if it was chasing us?
Yes.
Perfect. So, I think what we should say, if Avarice asks, that we got into a fight with a basilisk, and
We did.
exactly, the best lie is partial truth. And, there was a scuffle, and we had to, during the battle, the ceiling collapsed. And so perhaps we should move this basilisk, if possible, into this room and collapse the room.
Start dragging it by its back legs over the course of the short rest.
Yeah. So there is a big pool of blood in the room where you slew it, but it's mostly been void of what blood's going to lose. So you do drag it into that other room.
What is this chest made of? Is it a wood chest? Is it a metal chest?
It is a wooden chest with metal lining.
So could I theoretically use my woodcarver's tools to just chisel at the top to make an opening to get inside?
Like they do with
yes,
forging.
If you roll me, I think you can just click on your wood carver's tools and it will roll.
I don't know if it will because
It's a proficiency thing, yeah.
It'll ask what skill you want to use with it.
Yeah. Would it be my intelligence? Would it be...
Yeah, let's do intelligence.
Okay, hold on. Roll20 is not loading my character, and I can't... I'll just roll it through beyond 20. Intelligence plus proficiency.
14.
15, 16, it's 17.
You start to etch away at it, but you aren't able to get deep enough in during the short rest.
Sorry, I'm not being much help today, causing more problems than are due.
Give it a try. So this, the lock on this thing, is it a separate lock? It's like a separate lock, correct?
It's a built-in lock.
Oh, it's built into the thing?
Mm-hmm.
Could I still try to... Let me know if I can do this. I have my alchemy tools now. Alchemy kit. Can I drip acid into the lock and see if I can burn the lock through?
Yes, do an intelligence check with proficiency.
Okay. It's the same. Oh my god.
No.
Tough steel. Tough steel.
Perhaps we should have asked its owner about it, but I guess not. Well, no matter, I suppose.
I mean, Zavros will say, I can give it one more try if you'd like. I don't know how much the acid messed with the lock, but... he will roll... Yep, he doesn't roll high enough.
Liliana, why don't you just hit it?
Can I get, enough of my fingers into, the... between the lid and the rest of the chest to, pull it open? Or try and, leverage it that way?
It will be hard because this is waterproof and airproof. But I will let you do an athletics.
Well, what if he puts his fingers into the part that I've already whittled down? instead of the
Yeah,
crack.
if you want to break through the top where she was whittling, you could do that instead of trying to just yank it open.
Yeah, I'll try to. If she'll let me borrow like a chisel and just try and like less strategic and more just brute forcing down into this thing.
If you're doing a chisel, roll an attack with a what's the word?
Improvised weapon?
Improvised, yes.
This is hilarious. This is like, I'm just waiting for the Always Sunny black screen to come up. This is like the gang versus the chest or something. It's been like an hour on this thing.
Yeah, it kind of just glances off of this very well built chest.
I gotta kind of cringe at you jabbing into it, like, oh. I
wasn't
Best-
gonna try it.
we don't know what kind of fragile things might be inside there, so I'm just a bit worried about the breaking of it.
Was I able to make a hole?
No, you were able to chip away some of the wood, but it still is pretty strong.
We can. It's fine. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, I suppose. As I watch all of my new friends just struggle with this chest.
I mean, mind you, 2 of us are old, okay? Orlin and Felicity are old.
It seems as though I might be older than all of you, though. It's all right. That's fine.
I'm only like 40. Nah, it's
All right.
Felicity's older than that.
Well, you said you were collapsing the ceiling on this or something?
I can do that. Best to get out of the room. I'm not gonna
Yes.
quite do the most destructive thing I could do. You said gargoyles, right, Orlin?
yes.
Best to just use a bit of a thunder wave, then. Mush mush. I don't want to hit any of you.
Oh yeah, no, leave the room.
And I will climb back. Well, it's a 15-foot cube.
Mhm.
If I were to stay on the ground, so I don't have to risk falling, would it reach the ruins at the roof?
Yes.
Okay. That's what I will do. I will thunder wave.
Yeah.
Once everybody's out of the room.
Yeah, you see as the where you cast it, the rock and the runes etched into the rock fall down to the floor. Make a dexterity save because you're underneath it.
Okay. Probably gonna fail, but that's okay. Yes, it's an 8.
You take just 5 bludgeoning as a rock hits you that as you're trying to clamber away. Just kind of glances off of you.
That's okay. I deserved that. And then I will leave the room.
I'm going to start. I'm going to spend an hour.
Okay.
I don't know if we can dig into the, because I didn't really need a short rest. If we can dig into
Yeah,
that
you could have
time
done
at
this
all.
during the short rest time.
I'm going to ritually cast Find Familiar on a bat.
Okay. Get a little bat. Yeah, I don't think anybody took damage, right? I think only the right did.
Liliana took damage, right?
I took a little bit of damage,
from the will-o-wisp, right?
Yeah.
but I rolled a die, so I'm basically at
Okay.
full.
So I'm just gonna start casting that around me, and a fey spiritual bat poofs near me. And in this time, my fire spirit would have like fizzled out like an ember.
Oh, what is... Now that the room is destroyed, I know that there are gargoyles outside. Where are we gonna go? Where do you guys plan to go next?
Whoa.
I mean, we didn't find anything here, so we're probably going to go back to town and make our next decision, correct?
Hmm.
I've been having visions of a bell at the east on a pier.
Would I know what she's talking about?
Yeah, do a history check. Yeah,
19.
there's a bell in the Sea of Moving Ice that a lot of Icewind Dale dwellers know about, and it is called and Angajuk's Bell. And it's said to be able to summon a mighty whale.
Is it like a myth or is that like fact?
It's a myth, but a highly believed one. If you have the constitution to be able to travel that far out, it seems to have, those people say that it works.
What is this urge telling you?
Oh, I'm trying to remember what I drew on my walls. It shows. My visions have showed ringing the bell, and a big thing appears
Yes.
with something on its back, like a tugboat, or like a.
What? To what
Some
end
kind
are
of-
your visions stirring this? What?
They're not quite complete, but they're the most recent ones are showing a Yeti-like entity in the Sea of Moving Ice. I don't know what it is yet, or its exact location, but I'm getting close. I think this bell might answer some of those questions that I haven't been able to answer yet.
Alright, it makes sense. There is a myth, but many people believe it to be fact, of a bell, such as you're speaking of.
I know exactly where it is. I can get us there. We can sleep in my cave after, the gargoyles.
I don't know.
Right, Baka, I know where it is.
Sorry, yes, you would, yes.
I don't. Would this help further our cause of ending this night?
I strongly believe so, yes.
So I have to ask. You guys keep referring to the night constantly. Would it not be reasonable just to wait until sunrise for it to go away?
There hasn't been a sunrise, friend, in 2 years. 3?
2.
Oh, it's only 2. Sorry, I thought it was 3.
Interesting.
Hmm.
I know I don't remember much, but that seems. I feel like that doesn't go. That's not what happens naturally.
You would be correct, friend.
So, winter goddess Oriel got a bit of a bee in her bonnet and decided that everywhere in the Icewind Dale should be under constant darkness and miserable conditions, and thus she made it so for the past 2 years.
Can I do, what kind of check do you want me to make on Ariel and all this stuff?
Do a religion.
Do a religion.
You've never heard of her.
Very foreign to me. Perhaps it's because of how old I might be.
Or if you're
Just
from...
feels very just unnatural. Why? So you're seeking to end this. What are you doing to? Are you just asking her to stop it, or have you prayed to her? If she is a god?
I don't think she'd take kindly to someone praying to her to stop.
From what we've gleaned from her followers that we've spoken to, she wishes, being the goddess of winter and isolation, wants to keep everyone in the Dale alone, separated. The people in the cities are making various sacrifices to her to appease her during this endless night, so I don't think any of our prayers would end it. As to what we're doing, that's a very good question. We don't have a specific plan in mind.
But, 6, if it is Ariel's plan, which, as evidence of the last 2 years it is, she wants to keep people isolated here. We cannot send you back to your brothers while the night is still above us. The dawn may need to break to send you back home. To 1 through 5 or more.
Dazan made it sound as though the rest of this castle is in the Dale, or in this region, to the west. Or to the east, I mean. Right?
You're right. Yes.
So, I don't know if that actually matters much at all about finding home. But there's something, it just feels very unnatural to me. And I don't know exactly what it is, but I just feel as though there should not be a night that lasts that long for things can't continue to grow and create. I don't think I have any kind of capabilities as much as to fight a god or any such thing. But what I do know is that in the cold, freezing night is when a flame burns its brightest. And he starts steaming again and growing heat. I feel very dampered. I can already feel the coldness seeping in through. Actually, how warm would it be in this tower? I know it's underground.
Let me double check.
Which theoretically could be more insulated, but...
Yeah, but underground typically takes the average temperature of above ground. At least with caves.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about the same as outside.
Okay. I don't know, maybe...
Dying. Dead.
Sorry, I too am not used to this cold air breathing.
Cold is really getting
I think if
perhaps there's at least more ounces out there, buried under the snow, and if anything else, I can probably carve my way through it. If you don't mind, I feel as though I've learned as much as I can in this tower in this small time we've been here. Perhaps I might follow you, if nothing else, till we reach town and I can learn more about what's going on, or maybe something else can jog my memories.
At this, the amulet. Where did you put the amulet?
I've just been holding on to it. It's in
Oh.
my hands. I don't have my scimitar out, so it's just in my hands.
Yeah, you see it start to glow a little more radiantly than it was before, and you get this weird, like it's almost at the corner of your vision, and you turn to look, and there's like a white spot. It's up above you, and like diagonally, and there's just a white spot in your vision.
I feel as though I might be seeing things, but I have a feeling there's a direction I might want to go. And I kind of aimlessly look off into that area.
Well, friend, things I've learned of visions is that they should be followed. And she kind of looks at Orlin. Otherwise, you might not know friends you have are actually alive. She's referring to when Orlin came in and Liliana was actually alive.
6. Felicity, you're both welcome to travel with us. We have no issue with that. Whether we go to the Bell, I mean, if it seems important for ending this night, then certainly we should check it out. But 6, I also have business beneath the glacier, so if you wish to travel with us until we take care of that business beneath the glacier, you are more than welcome.
Interesting.
What is in this glacier?
It is part of me standing before you that I need to retrieve something from there. Conditions of my continuation.
Oh, with our dragon friend. Understood.
Are you
What
also
direct-
a creation?
No. I died yesterday and was brought back to life by a dragon rider.
Interesting.
Incredibly. It's been a wild couple of days.
6. I know we want to go to this glacier in the east. What direction is your vision showing you to go?
You aren't sure the direction because you have been underground and reanimated there.
Yeah,
Which direction is your heads-up display point toward?
Yeah.
Do you point it out to him?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll intelligence checks, everybody. See if you remember where's where after going through this tower.
Yeah,
Oh, God, Orlin, your best stat you're not rolling well in, dude.
Nope. Not quite sure.
Maybe once we're above ground and can see which way is north.
Yes, I feel as though I might have a better sense of direction if we head above ground.
We should go.
Yes.
If the gargoyles give us trouble, we can retreat to my cave. It's not...
I don't know if you noticed, but I summoned a friend of mine, and I gestured to the bat flapping around me. I can check out the entrance to this spire before we head out to know. Because you said you were very unsure as to whether this avarice would be there or if the gargoyles would be there, but I can at least scout out with the assistance of my friend here.
Yes.
How strong is a bat?
Not very.
Got like
Okay.
1 hit point.
I was
Yes.
I was gonna mount my my ballista to it, but
It has strength of 2, so no.
yeah,
It is
no.
very weak.
I would have to create a different kind of ballista.
Yeah. Because then I could just use part of the Find Familiar. I can just see through the
Mhm.
bat's blind sight and have it fly out and scout.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so fun.
I don't
I have an
believe
idea.
that avarice will be an issue, so long as we stick to the story.
I also doubt she'll be there, but the gargoyles more than likely are still around.
Yes.
She doesn't seem to want to tramp around the Dale unless she has a direct need. So yes, let us go. We'll climb back up, and then we can use your new friend here to see what the situation is outside.
As we climb up, I'll collect all of the rope.
Yeah.
So Felicity will be the last one to go up. She'll collect the rope, return it to whoever used it.
Yeah, you get up to the first floor of the building.
All right, I'll tune myself with my familiar and go scurry up there with the bat.
All right, the bat flies up this icy tunnel to check out the world above. Give me a perception check.
Let me see. I'm pretty sure I see with its stuff, so it's gonna be a +1.
Does it get any kind of additions from being a bat?
Anything that relies on hearing, I have advantage on. So and I guess that means his echolocation.
Yeah,
So
do it with advantage.
no, okay.
Yeah,
I realized this for some reason is just roll into GM, and I don't know how to fix that. Oh, that's how I figured out how. But yeah,
Right.
so I got a 6.
yeah. So the bat goes and flies around, and easily enough, you see the axe beaks are still there. They seem to be standing at this point. The gargoyles have perched on top of the spire, as well as a crow.
Okay. I'll fly back down. I awaken back out of it. There seems to be 2 gargoyles on top of the spire, I assume, and a crow, and there are some axe beaks. Large birds.
Those are.
Yep.
Okay.
Glad they're still there.
So whoever speaks, give as little information as we have to, but stick to the story.
Room broke. Nothing interesting here. Thanks
Yes.
for the heads up.
We will make sure that she understands there was nothing to find here.
I've noticed you guys can do like a tap thing that helps. Do any of you have anything that could help with lying?
Sorry, did you say flying or lying?
Lying?
Lying? Okay.
I'm trying to figure out like how Felicity would know about guidance without actually having it herself.
I mean, it's not hard to use the spirits of the world to help find the right words or actions. I feel as though I could in tune the nature around us is willing to help us if we follow its paths, and I feel as though I could easily guide you if you wish to
Not me.
lie. It's like instincts born.
I've been away from people and other things for far too long.
So,
if you want, perhaps I could lie
Yeah, about 6.
about finding anything in there.
Yeah. Obviously don't.
I
When
just
I
want to say, Celeste's deception was a +9.
When I say as little as she needs to know, I mostly mean avoid bringing up the rune room. Mention how this seemed to be some, school for mages, and this contraption, 6, was there. But try to avoid the life spark in the runes, if we could.
This could be my bad people skills coming into effect. But 6, if you don't mind us for these purposes, calling you a contraption would be less of a lie, because isn't that what the rune chamber was?
If we give any indication that 6 could be the treasure that was inside of here, Avarice will come after us and capture 6.
Yes. I think, it would be smart of us to mention the potion you found and have since consumed, since she cannot get that, and if all else fails, we can give her the chest.
Oh, I'm gonna start making my way up this icy tunnel. And
Yeah.
be like, this isn't the first time I've lied to a pretty lady. It'll be all right.
I get
was
that
the first
from
time
you.
lied to a pretty lady?
First time? Well, that was a while ago.
What about
One
the
kiss.
last time?
The last time I said I would see her again.
Yeah, you begin to climb up this tunnel. And as your head pokes out, you see the crow takes flight and comes down and lands on a part of the spire closer, like one of the broken support beams it lands on. And
I
as
don't
you
want to
all-
feel left out, Firebolt.
So you destroy the raven.
Well,
All right,
we can
you
just leave then.
You destroy the raven, and the gargoyles are going to now attack. Roll initiative.
Oh
Oh.
How did you not see that coming?
This was
I did.
very.
Now
Oh.
she's going to be so suspicious.
no! Oh,
Don't
well,
be
I've
suspicious.
seen it done twice now, okay?
I think you've only seen it done once. I don't think you were there for the first one.
This was
Oh.
a very
Yes.
interesting lie you've just told. I can see why you asked for assistance.
Sorry, I saw
I'm
another.
climbing.
do it.
I'm climbing initiatives.
It's like,
Yeah.
Oh, 2.
as the crow was opening up its mouth to ask a question, I'm just like, okay, all right. Glad we came up with a plan.
Expect to have to fight the gargoyles today, but we're just fighting every monster, I guess.
Okay. I'm glad I saved some spell slots.
Same.
Oh boy, oh boy.
This is one of the downfalls of having a
Who
cat.
is up above ground right now?
I'll say it would have been at a point everybody's above ground just to
Okay.
make it easier for me
Okay.
specifically.
Not for us.
Yeah. Zavros also has to roll an 8. Orlin got an 11. It just ended right away.
The song, yeah.
Oh, there's just like a huge pause at the end for some reason.
No.
10 for Sister Leona. Felicity got a 2.
No.
6 got a 9. Upside down 6. And the gargoyles.
Probably gonna roll well.
Yeah, they did.
Yep.
They got a 15. So, at the top of the turn order are the gargoyles, and both Gargle and Gurgle are going to descend upon Felicity, who attacked their master, and they're both going to take their multi-attack on you. It might change. I won't have them just blast you if they beat you. 16 for the first hit.
Shield.
Very good. Second hit from the first gargoyle is a 20.
That one will hit.
That one will hit. It does 6 damage to you. The second one will go for its bite. Nat 20. Oh, God.
Curiosity killed the cat.
I don't think that's what curiosity is.
That's not.
8
Nah.
damage from the bite, and then it's going to claw attack for another nat 20. That was a different dice, too.
See, this is how Sharp kills us. He just rolls nat
7.
20s.
7 for the claws.
Sharp kills
This is
us
how
by us getting
you
into
killed us.
unnecessary combats.
No, that's how the players kill us. That's how I get me killed.
Yeah.
Orlin.
Yeah.
Okay.
No
So
blaming this on Zavros or Tommy.
Nope.
damn it,
Totally me.
Zavros, you dick. No, I'm just kidding. The gargoyles, are they like right on top of Felicity?
Yes.
Cool. All right. Are they flying at all, or are they on the ground?
Yeah, they are flying.
How high?
10 feet, so that they're vertical to Felicity to attack her.
Could I put a fireball above them but not hit Felicity?
Yeah.
All right. Fireball.
All right. Dex saves from them.
Yeah.
What's the saves? 15. They both fail.
That's some nice damage.
That'd be 33 fire damage as this big fireball explosion goes off over the top of them.
Cool. Yeah, they take that full damage. And aren't looking great afterwards, as the stone skin is being singed by this giant fireball. Who's next? Sister Liliana.
I'm gonna look at Orlin and be like, that worked out well, and I'm gonna cast Fireball as well in the same exact spot.
All right. What's your save?
My save is 15 as well.
They both fail again.
Oh, I gotta pay. There we go. Oh, not as much damage.
I mean, it's enough. As this fireball explodes, both of them just crumble into rock and crash into the ground.
It's okay. You'll get there someday.
They are both dead.
Sorry, I'm a cat. We act on instincts sometimes.
Yes, we're going to need you to not do that in the future. That is most certainly going to pique her interest.
Now she knows we have something.
I
Do we really?
I need to say, shoot the bird, shame on us. Or shame on Felicity.
Yes.
Sending 2 fireballs at the gargoyles, shame on the whole party. I just feel as though there was an interesting choice when you could have continued to still talk your way out of it.
I'm under the assumption the gargoyles aren't super intelligent beings. I'm not so sure we could have reasoned with them. I don't know.
Pro is how.
What does Felicity know about gargoyles?
You can roll an Arcana check.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
For a 27.
Yeah. They are made of stone. And usually brought to life through magical means. They are considered elementals. And you just destroyed 2 of them.
Well, I mean, I did destroy the bird. She did see that. But as far as I can tell, I mean, her gargoyles won't be coming back, but she won't necessarily know we did it.
We were literally...
I think
Saw
she'll
us.
understand it was you doing
We
it.
had a plan as to what we were going to do when we got up here,
I just-
Felicity.
I feel like you...
I'm
Mistake
sorry,
was made,
I didn't
and I feel as though
understand that
mistake-
Avarice was a bird. I thought Avarice was a person.
That was
What
her
I'm
familiar.
saying is, overall,
That would have
think we
been good
turned a-
information to have beforehand.
we turned a bad situation into a gigantically worse situation by then also destroying her two other servants.
I don't think so.
Because
Now,
if she
Felicity.
can create two of them, could she not create more?
If
We don't know if she created them. We just know that they worked for her.
do you often just throw firebolts at random crows?
I mean, when I'm hungry, yes, sometimes. Food is food, and then it come down cooked.
Felicity, that crow spoke to us in the cave when I killed it.
Was I there when it spoke in the cave?
We were in your cave.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I think that's the only time you've seen
That was the
them.
first time that you
Yeah,
would have
yeah,
been
yeah.
not left out from.
As far as the gargoyles, I
Right.
don't know if they would have continued attacking or not. It's a moot point at this point.
I mean, if this Avarice comes after me, she comes after me, and then I leave. And then she continues
just-
to come after me.
Mistakes were made. Let's continue forth.
Yes. I'll shout down the tunnel. They killed the gargoyles.
Well, then I'll come up now. I go. Estizan and
Let those two
the
down.
white climb up. What is people's passive perceptions?
16.
Oh, roll 20.
Mine's only
doesn't have
11.
EV.
It's 10 plus your perception.
Yeah, mine's going to be a 14.
And Felicity, what's yours?
13.
13. So, Liliana and Felicity would catch on to, like, the axe peaks when you went down had bedded down and were, like, puffed up, sleeping, essentially. We're just waiting for you to come back. But they'd already been standing by the point you were up and seemed to be moving uneasily. 6, you... I just see Dr. Ray shaking his head. You hear a cracking noise as if someone's breaking through the ice and snow off in the distance.
Get on the birds.
Did you hear that?
Get on the birds.
Something's breaking through the ice.
Get on the birds.
As you look, you see as this fin is breaking through the ice
Fuck.
and snow heading towards you, and that's where we'll end the session. So, thank you guys so much for joining us. We will figure out what this fin is attached to next session, which hopefully should be next week. So, again, thank you guys so much for joining us. Be sure to follow the social medias of everybody here, as well as Swindler's Den's social medias and the YouTubes and stuff. And we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.